Okay, so every flower farmer and, every really ambitious home gardener, we're all on the hunt for that one perfect plant. The workhorse, right? The one that's tough, it's beautiful, it comes back year after year, and it actually sells. Well, today, we're letting you in on a pretty big secret, a real pro florist secret weapon. I want you to think about any country road you've ever driven down. Chances are you have seen Yarrow. It's that, common, flat-topped white flower just growing in ditches and pastures. And for the longest time, that's really all it was in people's minds. Just a simple, kind of forgettable weed.
But this is where the story takes a really interesting turn. See, thanks to the absolute magic of modern plant breeding, that humble roadside weed has been completely transformed. Seriously, it's gone from something you just mow over to a high-demand, high-value crop that florists absolutely cannot get enough of.
So yeah, this is the journey from weed to wonder. And this whole transformation was really driven by one specific variety that has become the gold standard in the industry, the Colorado mix.
So what is it that makes this mix so incredibly special? Well, it all comes down to having the perfect color palette for today's market.
I mean, just look at these colors. Forget that basic roadside white or some harsh, bright yellow. The Colorado mix gives you this incredible range of soft, dreamy pastels. We're talking apricot, cream, soft pink, pale rose. These are the exact blush and nude tones that are just dominating wedding floral design right now.
And this slide really shows its genius role in a bouquet. So in floral design, right, you've got your stars, the big focal flowers like dahlias. Then you have your filler, maybe something like baby's breath. But Yarrow is what designers call a bridge flower. Its unique flat-top structure provides this texture that literally bridges the gap between the big flowers and the little flowers, tying the whole arrangement together. It's brilliant.
So it really just boils down to this. Florists love it because it's got the perfect colors for weddings, it has that unique texture to act as a bridge, and it is a drought-tough workhorse. I mean, once it's established, it thrives in the kind of hot, dry weather that would just kill off more delicate flowers. For a grower, that's reliable profit. All right, so you're sold on the why. Now let's get into the how. We're going to start at the very beginning, growing from seed. And listen up, because there is one critical rule you absolutely have to know.
This is it. This is the exact point where most beginners fail. And it's such a simple little thing to get right, but only once you know the secret.
So here's the secret. Yarrow seeds need light to germinate. It's that simple. So what you do is you sprinkle those tiny seeds right on the surface of your soil. You press them down gently just to get some good contact, but you absolutely do not cover them with more dirt. Just mist them to keep them moist and let the light do all the work. As for timing, you're going to want to start these indoors about 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost. Now, they are a little slow at first. They go through what's called a creeping phase, but once you plant them out in full sun, spaced about a foot apart, they will take off, spreading to form this dense mat of foliage that is just fantastic for suppressing weeds. Okay, you've grown these beautiful plants. Now we get to the most crucial part of this entire explainer. This is the secret to harvesting yarrow, so it actually lasts in a vase and doesn't just flop over. And this, oh my gosh, I hear this all the time. It is the #1 complaint, and it's totally heartbreaking. You do all the work, you grow this gorgeous yarrow, you cut it, and then within an hour, it's a sad, wilted mess. This happens for one reason and one reason only. It was cut too early. So how do you know when it's ready? You use what we call the stiff neck test. Just grab the stem a few inches below the flower head and give it a little wiggle. If that neck is all floppy and bends easily, like you see on the left, do not cut it. I promise it will wilt. You have to wait until that stem is stiff and rigid, and you can see a fine little dusting of yellow pollen on all the tiny florets. That is the sweet spot.
Awesome, you've mastered the harvest, but the job isn't quite done yet. To get the absolute maximum vase life, you need to follow a few simple post-harvest steps.
So here's a little pro tip for you. In the floral industry, yarrow is known as a dirty flower. Now, that doesn't mean it has actual dirt on it. It means it releases bacteria into the vase water that fouls it up really, really quickly, and that clogs the stems of all the flowers in the arrangement.
So what do you do about it? Well, first, and this is completely non-negotiable, you have to strip 100% of the leaves from the bottom 2/3 of the stem. Those feathery, ferny leaves, they rot almost instantly in water, and that's the primary source of all that nasty bacteria. So here's your final checklist. 1. Strip almost all the leaves off that stem. 2. Use a commercial holding solution or honestly, just a tiny drop of bleach in your water to keep it clean. And hey, here's a bonus tip. If you don't sell them all fresh, just hang them upside down in a dark room. Colorado mix dries beautifully and holds its pastel colors all winter long.
You know, when you put it all together, you can really see why this plant is the very definition of a high-return investment. You plant it once, it survives heat and neglect, and it just rewards you year after year with buckets of trendy, valuable flowers.
So look, if you take only one thing away from all of this, let it be this right here. The golden rule, the absolute secret to your success with Yarrow is mastering that harvest timing. You have to wait for the stiff neck.
So now you have the complete blueprint, from the tiny seed all the way to the vase. The only question left is, will this tough, beautiful, and profitable workhorse become the new backbone of your flower patch?